The day things changed wasn't the day I found a better strategy. It was the day I made a decision. I'm not that person anymore. I'm the kind of person who transforms life. You tried new strategies, new scripts, new tools, new follow-up sequences, and some of it worked for a little while. And then somehow you ended up right back in the same place. But this time, a different version, but the same struggle. Does that kind of sound familiar? Here's what I want to tell you today. That is not a strategy problem. That is an identity problem. And until you understand the difference, the strategies will keep working for a little while, then they'll stop. Because your results, they don't follow your activity. Your results follow your identity. I'm Mike Secord, Coach's Corner with Mike. Welcome today. If you're just joining us, drop your name and where you're watching this from in the comments below. I love knowing who's in the room and who's consuming this content and who I'm making an impact. Quick context for anyone who's new here. I've been teaching a framework called the 3 phases of freedom. Today is where most people get stuck inside that journey. A few weeks ago, I gave everyone a challenge. Write one sentence. I'm building a life where ... I did that because a client of mine I've been working with, they did the work. They wrote the sentence. They said, Mike, I know what I'm building now. And I believed them because they really meant it. They had real vision, real clarity, and they went out and started executing. For about 6 weeks, things were different. New conversations, new appointments, things were moving. But then I started noticing something. The activity was still there, but the energy changed. And on a call one morning, when I mentioned it to them, they said to me, Mike, I feel like I keep stepping on the gas and the brakes at the same time. I said, tell me more. They said, I book an appointment, then I find a reason to reschedule it. I write that post, I delete it. I tell myself, I'm going to make that hard call, and then I find something else to do. It was just excuses after excuses. And I said, I know exactly what I'm looking at. The vision is real, but the identity hadn't caught up yet. On the inside, deep down, this person saw themselves as someone trying to get through, not someone who was building something. And here's what I want you to understand. Your subconscious, your deep programming, it will always protect your identity and keep you who you are, even when that identity is keeping you stuck. Has this ever been you? If it has, type yes or no in the comments right now. Gas, brakes at the same time. Been you? Here's what I know to be true. There's a sequence I teach my clients. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. It starts with your program. Your deep beliefs about who you are, your programming, it shapes your thoughts. Your thoughts shape your feelings shape your actions, and your actions create your results. I always start in the same place. What do you believe about yourself? Because if you believe your programming says, I'm a person who struggles, your programming says, I'm a person who almost makes it, I'm a person who works hard but can't quite break through, then your thoughts will start to reflect that. And then your feelings will reflect that. And then your actions will reflect that. And guess what? Your results will reflect it every single time. That much you can do. Not because you're not working hard enough, but because your identity has a ceiling. And you will self-correct to that ceiling every single time. You don't have a strategy problem. You have a self-image problem. And that's not an insult. That's actually really good news because strategies are complicated. Identity is just a decision. It's the decision to stop seeing yourself as someone surviving this business and start seeing yourself as someone who you were built to just crush it in this business. The agents I see break through, they're not using a better script. They see themselves differently. They don't grind through resistance. They expect to win, not arrogance, alignment. They have a belief about who they are, and their activity is just confirming their belief. That's what I want for you. I want you to get to that place where your action feels like evidence, not effort. Quick note, I'm Mike Secord with Coach's Corner with Mike. 28 years in real estate. I've built businesses, teams. I've recruited through attraction hundreds of agents, and I've coached hundreds of agents and leaders across the country. What I do is a little different. I don't coach strategy. I coach alignment. Most agents don't have a production problem. They have an alignment problem. And no amount of systems or scripts is going to fix that. Type yes in the comments if this is hitting home for you. And if this is valuable to you, hit that thumbs up right now. Subscribe to this. It helps more people find content like this. Here's what I want you to do this week. And I really mean it. I actually want you to do this. Write 3 sentences. Each one starts with, I am the kind of person who, not I want to be, not I'm working on becoming, I am. I am the kind of person who picks up the phone for the hard conversation. I am the kind of person who goes back to the clients who said not yet. I am the kind of person who shows up fully, even when nobody's watching. Write your 3, because when you write those down and you become what you practice by saying to yourself, and what you say to yourself becomes what you believe. And what you believe then is where everything starts. Drop one of yours in the comments. I read every single one. Comment alignment. And if you're ready to build a real plan around what you find in that results, book a call with me right there on the page. I would love to be in your corner on this one. I spent years believing I was the kind of person who almost made it. I worked hard. I showed up. I did the activities. But deep down, I didn't fully believe that I was built for this. And it showed, not in my effort, but in my ceiling. The day things changed wasn't the day I found a better strategy. It was the day I made a decision. I'm not that person anymore. I'm the kind of person who transforms lives. I am the kind of person who builds something that matters. That one decision changed everything. You can make the same decision right now. I love you guys. See you next week. And if this landed for you, please share it. Share it right now before you leave. Tag someone on your team, in your office, someone you're in a relationship with. They need to hear this today. One share that this gets in front of someone who's really ready for it will change everything. Whatever you're walking into this week, be the kind of person who's making a decision to change. Every week, I bring you one mindset shift for your business and your life. This week, I'm going to be talking about, I'm Mike Secord with Coach's Corner. Let's go. If this teaching hit home, hit the subscribe button right now. I'll be bringing you new mindset coaching every single week. Also, take the free alignment scorecard below. Hit the link. It's 15 questions. Takes you 3 minutes. It'll tell you exactly where you're stuck. And if you're ready to go deeper, book a call with me right there on that page. I'll see you next week.